if you know me, I do. Hi, folks. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's see if I'm on. Hi, 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 hi. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If it's your first time here, I travel around Jamaica and I show you how beautiful Jamaica is. I also talk about financial complex, your number one. Welcome, complex. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good morning. Yes, I forgot that it's morning on your side of town. Good morning, sir. Welcome in. So today is Monday. Do you have school today or no? You have any school today, complex? Let me see if I need to put this on or if it's. Yes, I prefer portrait lives. I prefer them. Let me see if. No, I'm gonna just have this thing all the time. I've not worn them all day, so I'm a little bit concerned. I don't want to get a headache. Okay, that's great. That's great. All right, so you're just kind of waiting until then. All right, no problem. As you come in, folks, remember to like the live. Tell me where you're watching me from. If you've not seen me before, I'm BC and I'm from Jamaica, and I show you how beautiful my island home is. I also am talking now or teaching you as I'm learning myself about how to be better with money and make better decisions with money. I'm waiting, I'm working. I'm not waiting. Okay, got you, got you. I understand that too. I understand that completely complex, and nothing is wrong with that. You will definitely enjoy the fruits of your labor. Greetings, Casey. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Thank you for coming in. Let's see if we can have a quick chit chat tonight as I'm on my week 3 of my 90-day challenge with Lushana. I can tell you, this evening was one of those evenings when I felt I was asleep. So I was like, do I even go live or no? But I said, you know what, let me just get up and do it. Even if I'm doing it for a half an hour or so, let me just get up and do it. Complex in Miss Casey. What complex, Casey? Casey is letting me know that you're the one who uncovered or discovered some pertinent information about your friend Joey. I say, look at things, and me and one of them will get up and be like, hey, oh my gosh, I've never heard these things before, so this is so nice. Yeah, so interesting stuff. But yeah, so we're gonna get into it quickly, but I'm just waiting to see if we have some more people coming in the chat. In the meantime, if you're in the bushes, hi, don't be afraid to say hello. We don't bite around here. We are very friendly people, and yes, we will say hello to you as well. So yeah, let us see here. I think that's a little bit better, maybe not, I don't know. It's one away. Alrighty, none of that. So what's going on? How was your Sunday? Casey? Be sure you cook up a storm. Hey, Lushana, welcome in. You see that I'm on the ball? I am trying. This is my week 3. Are you watching the ads? Oh, I love that. Love that. I love that the ads coming on. I'm just saying, I don't mean it at all. I'm not sure. I'm going to have to go back and look what you're saying, complex. Yeah, man, welcome in Lushana, welcome in Complex. Casey Complex was the first one here, by the way. As usual, say, you know, he has the number 1 spot. But yes, we're here today because I'm doing my 90-day. Okay, got you, Complex. I'm doing my 90-day challenge where I try to be a little bit more present on YouTube, and I try to engage with my audience a little bit more. So that is what we're doing today. So if you've never seen me before, I'm VC from Jamaica. I show you travel content, and I also am teaching you what I'm learning about becoming better with money, right? So if that interests you, you can hang around. Feel free to subscribe to my channel, and you will get new content as the content becomes available. I post on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 6 a.m. and I go live on Saturdays and Sundays at 7:15. Hi Joy, thank you for coming in. Thank you for coming in. Remember to like the live. Thank you, Lashana. Thank you for coming in. Thank you all for being here. I was just calling your name, Joy. Say it's a good thing, say. Oh, that's nice. Good stuff, Complex. I was like, it's a good thing, say. I am not one of them whose head is swollen quickly because, me not really run certain joke, you know what I mean, as a Christian. But yes, thank you very much, sir. But yes. Oh yeah, it's so Complex. Luciana Complex is one of them. He's from KC, but because I'm KC's sister, I guess he came by me, then he's by you. So Complex, we appreciate you. And whenever he comes into your chat, Luciana, I know you're a strict one. So let me explain how he operates. He likes to be the number one in terms of chit-chatting and where YouTube ranks you to say who's number one, who's number two, who's number three. He likes to be number one. He also will, jest a little bit, joke around with people and stuff. And if you don't know him, you'll probably think he's being serious, but that's just how he operates. So if you see Complex, you know that he's coming from over this side. Yes, yes, yes. So he's interesting. Yes. So yes, so this evening I'm talking about giving up yourself because this is my third week. And I anticipated that it was gonna be way more difficult than this, Lashana, but it is not as I anticipated. Let's put it that way. So I'm slowly doing it. I'm taking my time. Yes, Complex. She's a coach. So, coaches have to take on a certain, and they have to tell you, look here, if you're doing the wrong thing, they have to tell you. I remember was it last year when I was feeling like, hey, YouTube was not working out for me and stuff, and she was saying, if you quit, then all of us who help you to get here, you're quitting on us as well. All of those watch hours, all of those things are going down the drain. So sometimes you need that kind of reality check for you to realize that, hey, people are out here rooting for you, and you have to just do it. It's hard. I was watching Lashana's video today talking about the fake people, and once you become monetized, how some people just slack off. And in my comment, I was saying some people get burnt out by the time you get to monetization. It's like you're just completely done. It's like you work so hard to get there, so you have to have a recovery phase. So you have to have a period where you just stop for a little bit and just gather yourself and then come back even stronger. But what I appreciated about my journey was that I had a community that supported me. And that's thanks to Casey, because I was on here minding my own business, as y'all probably know by now. And Casey was telling me about, first it was Nemo, telling me about Nemo, and then I came on and I found out about, and I started watching, so now I'm watching so many people, like, it's so refreshing. And I found out today that Cassie is a chemist, because Cassie always has some interesting combinations to make things and to do things. And it's not until I was listening to her about her vinegar, like your fabric softener, homemade DIY, and I was like, oh, look at this, Cassie the chemist. It's a vibe. But yes, so folks, if you're just coming in, remember to like the live. If you are interested in this kind of content, feel free to subscribe. Bless you. Feel free to subscribe, and So you will see whenever I am online, I am live. So good though. I'm 42 also. You're welcome. I don't know. Complex. Chris Twinman AJ. I am sharp and I am. Wait, I think I've been missing some of the comments. Let me go back and look. Man, Lashana is definitely a coach. Oh, you're talking to Lashana. Yeah, man, definitely iron sharpen iron. I think Big Jack, from what I'm seeing, probably live now, but because I'm on live. I've not caught a live for Big Jack for the longest. I caught one of them late because I don't remember what was happening and I went to bed later than I usually do. And I caught the latter part of his live. But guys, what's happening? How are you all? What did you do on this beautiful Sunday? If you're in Jamaica, did you go to the Sagicor Sigma run at 5K? Did you all go to run or walk or wheel for the cause? Let me know. Casey, I saw you. I watched online. You look on complex but I'm 42. Please. I saw you online today. I saw a little clip of you. Okay, pick some pigeon peas. Pigeon peas. Is this pigeon peas again? Is that the right peas? I don't remember. Dig up some cassava. Okay, okay. You did a lot today. That's interesting. Did anybody else do anything on this beautiful Sunday here? What is the weather like in your neck of the woods, Lashana? Has it gotten back to the regular winter temperature or is it still a little bit below what it normally is? Dig up some dasheen and replanted a few more. Okay. Yeah, man, Dre, a real farmer, a real farming thing I want. And you know what I thought today? Yeah, Casey, I saw you. I was like, yeah, it's a Casey there. I was watching virtually, so I saw you. You and your other grandmother. um, the terrain. Okay, temperature 47, not bad, not bad at all. That's beautiful, especially if you're in like New York. Also, 47 is. Yeah. You guys have cassava to complex. Whoopsie, let me mute this thing here before it go cause no problem for me. I'm trying to turn it on here. One moment, guys. I think this is it, yeah. There we go. Let's see if I turn it down, if my light is gonna move or no. Alright. Yeah man, cassava. I told you all the other day that I started trying, see the light move, you know? I started trying, I'm trying to get back my light. I think this is it. I tried bami, steam bami with fish. I went to Border and it was so nice. I mean, I said, let me do it for the culture because I'm not a bami fan. But trust me, I kept going back. The bami with the fish have a vibe. I planted some in a drain, receiving water from the sink and washing. Oh, okay, interesting. Yeah, man. And you can't go wrong with farming, you know, Joey. Cannot go wrong at all with farming. I was about to say, Casey, me sure you long for some of them food here. I'm just seeing your comment. Yeah, man, a Casey kind of vibe them, the dasheen and them something there. That is her thing. But I could eat some white yam. I felt for some white yam, Casey, and thinking about it now, I'm salivating a little bit. Some white yam, a little bit of yellow yam, maybe some sweet potato, you know, Oliver starch, and some dumpling, maybe a banana, little pumpkin. I probably can't eat that off in one sitting, but that's what I'm feeling for with some salt mackerel. Yeah, man, a lot of young people nowadays don't know anything about hard work, don't know about giving of yourself. Because Giving of yourself, as the topic is talking about tonight, is the commitment that you're making and what you're doing to better yourself, right? You are giving of yourself to your community, to your family, to your even to yourself, and committing to something that you want to ensure that in the future it's a better version of you. You're doing better. You're doing greater things. You're achieving things, and that's why I'm here. Um, it's giving of yourself is not always easy because, as I said it toward the end of the year, and I'm still doing it now. So I've become a little recluse in some of the areas. So I'm not so much on TikTok. I might go back next week. Once a month, I told them to just talk about preparing for when you get paid and how you save your money. And so Facebook, Instagram. I just joined Instagram the latter part of last year just to say that I joined it. And I posted 1 and 2 videos, but at the same time, I'm not really too on it. But yeah, hard work is something that a lot of young people, they're not messing around. Like, I was watching something where they said, it's giving like one of the younger people, some young people, they resigned from the job and they said, it's giving slavery and hard labor. I'm done. I'm out or something like that. They didn't even respect the fact that you're supposed to give how much time notice. Nobody cares about that anymore. Nobody cares about hard work. I don't know if it's the same thing where you are, Joy, but we have some in Jamaica. We have some young people who won't want to work, but they're the ones who are the fastest to want to. You pass them every day going to work. You pass them in the same spot coming back, and they're asking you for money while you go out to work and you go through all of what you have to go through for work, and you still, it's almost like they feel like they're entitled to your money. You know what I mean? So we have to get out of that mindset. But they love people things. See, I was just saying the same thing, Casey. And a lot of them watch you farm and watch you work and will steal from you. And that is so sad. But you know what? God is a just God. I know that for sure. And I tell people all the time. So if people wrong me, whether I am here or I am not in the flesh, God is a just God. Folks, when you come in, remember to like the live. Don't forget to double tap the screen or just press that thumbs up button. I have a lot of yams to dig on an 8,000 square foot. Ah, okay. I don't even know what that is in terms of acres. I usually give away yams, but I will sell this year. Yeah, you have to find creative ways. I was looking at Motivated to Soar, and she was talking about go shopping in your closet. And it's funny because it's the other day I went under my closet and I have this black dress that I needed to alter. And I just never got the chance to go to the tailor. One will wear it under, then I wear. So I said this year I'm definitely gonna tailor it and get it adjusted and wear it. I know, right? You're getting all kind of something. Give away a lot of cherries. Go have Casey. We make whole heap of juice with the cherry. Go have a banana. In Uganda, selling is not an option. Ha! Jesus. Come out for Uganda. We're not talk about Uganda tonight. Complex. I know, right? Remember I used to pick guava on that street going up to your grandmother, Casey? I could see it in the ground and sell in my spare time. Yeah, man, look here. You have to be able to feed yourself and feed people. That's the important part. That's an important part. But I want to ask you all, what is one way that you give of yourself? Yes, freezing, trust me. Today I almost didn't cook, but then I said, let me cook. Because yesterday I had some stew peas and fried dumpling I had for breakfast because I was like, I felt for some fried dumpling, but then I wasn't sure what I wanted to eat with it. And I was like, yeah, because I have some in the freezer. Why not? But a deep freeze is very important. What's the question again? What is one way that you give of yourself? So I can start. I give of myself through community activities let's not say community activities, it's public activities. Like I always try to align myself with what I love to do. I spoke already about my homeless population, mentally ill, that kind of stuff. That's the area that I'm quite passionate about. I've learned though that I can't really too, because of different things. You don't necessarily just give things. You have to assess the situation. But yes, so I try to do that. I try to be a good citizen. That's the way I give of myself. I share myself with you all here on YouTube. I try to be a good sibling, a good um, friend overall, just, you know, just a good Jamaican human being. So I take the time to show myself. I was watching my video from Jake's and I smiled to myself, hear me, jeez, them time there, me not even have my outro, so it's not a case where I used to say, thanks for watching, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in my next parish. It was like, thank you, see you later, kind of vibe. I mean, I laugh and say, I was so new to this, but here I am, couple years later, just kind of, taking my time and growing. I help the less fortunate people, but I usually put a stop to those who abuse me. And you have to. That is what I'm doing this year. Like I'm trying to decipher, while I pray about it as well, who is being truthful and honest and who's just using you. So I'm trying to do that this year because, as I tell you, house costs money. And if I continue to give away what is mine, I won't have it. I have to be diligent. So that's the goal for this year. Volunteerism. Yes, Casey, we know you very good for that. And that is a very good thing too. I admire people who volunteer a lot. So for me, I try to work in an area that I know I'm giving back naturally. Because by the time I'm done with work for the day, I'm done. It's good to help people, but you have to be wise. You have to do it. Trust me. Some of them people here, they just want them come with any story at all in the books. Just forget what you have. And once you give it, remember I spoke about this, the 5 wise and 5 foolish virgins. You know, yeah, you have to know, say, I'm not giving you anything out of my lamp. May I save it for when the bridegroom come? Because I don't know if it's going to be midnight and I cannot run out of oil. So I have to, that's the mindset that I have in this year. To work on church and so much more. Yes, Casey. Yeah, man, Casey is definitely involved in volunteer service. We see if you keep giving away, you would not be able to save for yourself. That is what I'm realizing. I'm realizing that because, Your Honor, I'm a girl. I am not too fussy. So we can work with little things. Me not have to have much. I am content with having a little. And I am able to function. So it's not a case where if I only have chicken for the month, I'm gonna be like, every Sunday I eat chicken, me tired of chicken. Even if it's a case where I say, God, I wish I had something else, I'm still grateful for that. And because of that, I realize some people are not able to do that, so then turn for them emergency fund, and become the one that they require to jump in and save. But yes, so I'm trying to stop that. Yes, guys, please remember to double tap the screen to like the live. If you've not done so already, I'm seeing 8 of us here, but I only see 4 likes. So even if you're in the bushes, don't be afraid to like. God will always bless you, Casey. Yeah, man, trust me. I don't help anymore. I share my money with them. Well, at least you learn your own complex. It's not like you can't help in it. I won't say can't help, but it's just that you have to be wise about it. You have to pray about it, pray for discernment, and just be willing to stop and listen to what God is saying to you. Sometimes people come to ask for clothes or shoes, and I would give them yes. So now, because I know the thrift store, so what I will do, if I have things to give away, I'll take it there, and I'll get stuff from there too. Also, my mom, like she has church people that she can give as well. Indeed, and use your hand. Hey, one thing about it, Casey, you know this. We know if we turn around and make fashion, because you have to be able to just work with what you have. That is it. Like nobody outside needs to know that, oh, it's the week before pay week and I don't have any ketchup. Excuse me? We work without ketchup. If it's something that you want to thicken your gravy, you use cornstarch or you use flour. Hello? Breadcrumbs, whatever you have to use, please. Yeah, man, staying without sometimes for me is not a challenge because I have programmed my mind that there's a Bible verse that says, I have learned to be content in any situation that I'm in. So that is what I'm trying my best to do. Sometimes it's going to be hard and a little bit a discomfort will be experienced. But the reality is, you just have to know how to be content. And I think a lot of people, we're living in a society now where people just want things, they're not contented, so they compare themselves a lot. And that's what my video on Tuesday will be about. Keeping up with the Joneses and trying to compare yourself when they're in a whole other space and people don't know. But we're trying to live a lie and put on a facade. Hey, if you've been following VC by now, you know that I am not about facade. If you see me not adjust at 10 times, I wore it, maybe 20. And I don't have any qualms about it. Right? Some people, they're like, oh, I can't show it because I'm going to repeat it. I repeat it again and again and again. You know what I mean? So, hey, I don't have to be wise about it. I just won't do it. You have a point complex. So there are some things that I won't do. So like overall, I won't be a guarantor for anybody. Right? That's just something that I'm not going to do. Because I don't want to get caught in the middle of that thing. And they have some loan entities in Jamaica now, case, even though if you ever see it. The people will borrow money, let's say January, and it's supposed to be repaid mid-February. By the end of February, their pictures are on the internet. And I'm like, it's not even 1 month yet. The next thing you go co-sign or be guarantor, then when you look, a few pictures upon people's screen. Depend that. Complex, if you're not working, you can help in other ways. The man Complex is working and he's planning to go back to school. That's what he was talking about earlier. So he's working to get back into university or to get into university. I have, look here. I was talking about that too. I have clothes for 20 years. There was a time I came on the live to show it. There's a jean dress that my dad bought a couple of hours at the time, but I still have it. I don't bother. Trust me when I tell you. You wear it. Thank you, Casey. You know it go already. Thanks to the hey, one thing about him, I'm gonna remind I say, hey, you wear clothes and a clothes wear you. I don't think a lot of people are so confident in themselves that they are able to do that. Some people are just like, oh, I get this vibe from wearing a new suit or a new outfit, and people tell me this and people tell me that. You know when it's a vibe? When you can mix and match and turn it around, and people still give you a compliment, you know what I mean? So try it. Try it. In this season of your life, giving up yourself might just be taking time to stop with that kind of lifestyle. I saw Aaron to CEO live this morning and she was saying, VC, I see that you're talking about, pivoting in terms of the financial stuff, and that is very important. Look here, you have to take the time to stop. When I tell you that I am fed up of this paycheck to paycheck life. Like that can't be adult life. Like you get paid, you do this transfer, make a withdrawal, transfer, pay 2 bills, and boom, everything is gone. All you have left, if you have that amount left, is to take you through the month for like gas and for food and those kind of stuff, you know. My brother-in-law owns they don't guarantee loans with people. They use proper, look at that. I don't let people pressure or influence me to follow. Look here, Joy. That's one of the best things you can do. Stay in your own lane. You know, realize you don't come over here and this is a girl. What me do? Stay in my lane. A lot of people will look at you and say, yeah, look here, a property you need, Casey, property does it. It's not the little TV and something where you go pawn shop will get. You have to be wise about it. And I sometimes I say to myself, boy, I wish me didn't know somebody something from their university. Like I would have been such a different person. But you know what? It's never too late to start. And if you never start, you won't ever know. You won't know. So I'm starting now. And I'm eager to take you on the journey because look here, I'm making the sacrifice now so that I can have a better um, future. I'll give you one example that I had an experience this past week that made me so grateful. There's somebody that I love. I call her, she's almost like my second mom, right? And I was able to do something for her this week. And it wasn't until I was leaving that I realized that I was able to do it a little easier than I would be able to do in the past. And I looked at it and I said, God, I thank you for allowing me to be able to do this without having to worry about, oh, if I do this, what is going to happen to me for the rest of the month? Because remember, we get paid every month. So if your money done this week, remember, so we have one more week going in now and another week, you know. So if your money were dwindling now, so in Jamaica, this week would be what we call Ben Johnson week. I don't know why. So if you run out of money, remember you have to buy gas. I mean, I have a car, so I have to buy gas. You know, those things we have to consider. And some people don't think about it. They just see things happening and they're like, oh, VC always have herself put together. She must have money or she must. I'm the first one to tell you, when I was paying off on my vehicle, I used to tell people, hey, I don't know, nothing special what I'm doing is a loan. So if you are willing to take on the loan, sure, go right ahead. But don't look at it and be like, oh, VC is wealthy because she can afford a vehicle. No, a loan. Thankfully, I'm done with that now. So I'm on baby step 3 and I'm trying to hang on for dear life. Because this bulk buying thing is, I'm already at, I want to say $37,000 going, and I still have a number of things to buy. I know the olive oils are going to take me over the roof, but we have to get them. We have to get them. You may choose who will may get close to you and be careful. Then complexing now. So why do you make people come close to you in the first place? As humans, complex. You know, no man is an island. No man stands alone. Each man's joy is joy to me. Each man's grief is my own. We need one another, and I will defend each man as my brother, each man as my friend. Casey, you remember that song there? Who? Do you guys have that in the Caribbean? That's a song, you know. You guys have that? I'll give you the first part of it. No man is an island. No man stands alone. Anybody? Y'all have that in the Caribbean too? Complex, you're young. You're soon, there's another saying in Jamaica. Yeah, come, you soon find out. So you're young, you soon find out what is what. But no man stands alone. Each man's joy is joy to me. Anyway, before somebody go write the song. And then next thing you know, YouTube. I can't afford anybody to think they're me right now. I'm on a journey. I'm on a mission and it must be completed. For these 90 days, we're sticking to it. And if you don't know what the 90-day challenge is, it's 90 days of doing the best that you can do at being present and posting and doing what you can do on YouTube, right? So that is what I'm doing. So I don't want that to hinder me. That's another song. Why the song don't pop up in my head now? Anyway. No, I don't need. Okay. DC, you can release a track. What is this? No. I mean, it's a. In primary school, we used to sing that song. No man is an island. No man stands alone. Each man's joy is joy to me. Each man's grief is my own. I guess it helps to teach you, it gives you a sense of community, and that is what it is. Oh, by the way, guys, let me announce it. So yesterday, my live, the one that I did yesterday, got the most views I've ever had on a live. It was, what do you call it? 611 views. I was like, wow. And Complex were at 43 likes, I think, still, or 44. But I appreciate it. I am well there. If we can get 10 tonight, I'm fine, and we get off. You have a good voice. Thank you, thank you. I'm trying not to be too shy about it. So that is why, even with talking, I'm trying to force myself to just get out of, you know, if I think about it too long, I get nervous. But if I just do it, then I do it. And then you'll have sometimes right in the middle of doing it, I'm like, oh my gosh, what am I doing? Then I get nervous and I run out of breath. But the trees stand alone, they grow and flourish. They do. The reality is they still don't really stand alone, because they will need birds to kind of bring the pollen or the seeds or whatever over. They need the rain. Some trees need other trees to shelter them, that kind of thing. So, yes. Oh, we're at 7 likes, folks. We're trying to get to 10, right, Complex? Can we make it to 10 tonight? Let's see 10 tonight. Anywho, but yes. Yeah, man, I was so shocked. I was like, what? But I had a couple people from India in the live last night. But it was interesting because remember, I'm on this thing and I'm really. So then, dear Joe, one day I saw the thing. Remember now, my thing is like each day is maybe like 20 cent, 30 cent. One day, I see me get $1 and something. Recently, I think it was about 2 days ago. Even wow. And that is it. So you just have to find things to be grateful about. You see, I wish I was one of them who made like $5 a day or whatever it was, or whatever it is. But you can't compare yourself to other people. You just have to do what you're doing and do the best that you can and leave the rest in the master's hand. That's it. Because we know, Casey, you and I know that, look, I have to work, bills have to pay, all of those things, and um, I'm not one of them that have the fan base to do that. I'm at 7 likes. I see 7 of you on here, so thank you. If you're just coming in and you have not liked the live, feel free to do so. Let us know. Say hello. Tell me where you're watching me from. I am from Jamaica, the beautiful island of Jamaica, the Lickabot Talawa Jamaica, the big bad Jamaica. One Jamaica, never two. Bunny, joke. Let me stop the foolishness because some of them something not really too deep, but yeah. What was I saying? Yeah, so if you're new here, that is what is happening. If you've never seen me before, I'm VC and I tell you about Jamaica. The content is driving around and showing you my beautiful island home. I give you hotel tours when I can, and that is it. Hi from Ghana, the most beautiful country. So me nah go argue with your Complex. I've not seen it yet in person, but it is near and dear to me. So I won't argue with you. But to me, right now, nothing like my Jamaica. Proud of my island, trust me. That's another song. There are so many songs. Yes, Casey, that is a word. If you're faithful with the small things, and I think a lot of people don't realize that. Somebody was talking, was it the same Motivated to Soar? I've watched so many people this week. I know that Complex, that's why I'm nobody look at them. I know, no worries, yourself. I was watching so many people this week, and I one of them was saying, I think they say Motivated to Soar. You have to be mindful, be diligent about the small things that you have. And that is something that I'm very passionate about. I have one little small this. I'm gonna be diligent. Hi, Shamar. Welcome in. Thanks for liking the live. Thanks for liking. No problem at all. Yeah, man. So you have to be diligent with the small things. And I think a lot of people don't want to be diligent. It's too hard to be diligent with small things. Just want big things. But the reality is, if you cannot be diligent with the small, how are you expected to be diligent with the big? Before the famine came, Joseph didn't manage the little prison setting, so you have to understand how that go first and all of those things. Didn't a Potiphar house, you didn't manage all of those things before. So by the time it got to this whole 7 years when we have to manage the resources, he was well equipped to do that. So I just pray that, hey, when it's my time to get my big things, that I'm in the season now where I'm being diligent with the small things. I remember me telling a Casey, me used to looking on and see the little cents. And then I saw the Wonderland change. I said, whoa, the only time I saw that was when the Portland video was blowing up. And I was like, oh, what is this? What is this? Every day was an excitement for me because I was like, oh, this is nice. For a couple of days and then it kind of, dwindled. But yeah. But yes, folks, we always have to be willing to just be diligent in the things that we do because trust me, it will pay off. I'm thinking complex. Do I? I don't know. You know what I used to watch? I don't think any of them are Ghanaian. There's this joyous celebration that there's the African nations come together and do, and I used to love their music. Like Uche, I don't remember his last name. He came to Jamaica. I got to take him in person. That was so nice. But I don't think I know any. I probably know them, but I'm not really, So folks, thank you for popping in. Uche is a Nigerian. He is Nigerian. Yeah, man. So thank you for popping in. Remember to like the live if you have not done so already. We're just quickly talking about how you're giving of yourself and all of those things. What are some things that you do to stick to a commitment that you have made? What are some things? For me, I have a support team. So like for reading and stuff, we check in every Thursday and I'm able to talk about what I've read and all of those things. For my financial journey, I'm sharing it with you all, but mentally I know my why. So that is why my why is that I need a house for myself. And because I know that, like, I'm already preparing myself beyond February, even though it's fun, this little party of fun, because I get to shop a little bit and I get to do a little thing. But the thing about money is once you start spending it, boom, you just start go like you open a $5,000 in Jamaica. Before you know it, $1,000 you have left or couple $50, $100. I always marvel at the level of financial discipline. Hey, let me tell you, Joy, when I was going to school in New York, Jamaicans who own a place, you might have a roommate, as in they're in the same house, but you don't share the room, you share the apartment, right? And some people, they have a problem with that. I watch some of the Indians. You have like 5 of them sharing a room because here what happened. They want to achieve something. So they're sharing the one space. I mean 2 bedrooms, one. And they do what they need to do because they're committed to the goal. Some of us, we don't like the discomfort for a little bit. We say, no, so we can't do that. We want a space. We don't want nobody this, we don't want nobody that. But they are willing to do it. The same thing with the Chinese. They work together. As blacks, we just believe so with the discomfort we are faced, we don't face it any at all. And we don't want to face the discomfort in sharing. Yes, Joy, trust me, I've seen it. We don't want to share the discomfort in sharing space, and we also don't want to miss out on anything. So we have to live because we only live once. And we have to spend our money showing people that, oh, we have money so we can do this. Not me, because if me not happy, me not happy. And me not go thing there. Yeah, Joe, you see that 3 work, night 3 work, because here, you have to make it work, especially if you leave your country and go to another country and you have a plan. If you work on the plan, you can't just look on it and say, boy, I'm not giving up myself, I'm too good for this, or I've heard all the Jamaicans talk about, oh, you go overseas and you're going to do this and you're going to clean people and all of those things. Hey, people have to eat and somebody is required to do the job. But pride sometimes, but the Bible tells you, pride will go before destruction, you see so. And humility before you're being exalted. So yeah. So yes, indeed, I'm trying to stay here for 15 more minutes if I can. Complex, I'm at 8. What is it showing on your side of town? How many likes? How many likes am I? On this phone, I see 9. Excuse me. Yeah. That's our thing. I don't subscribe to that kind of lifestyle, but I have to admit that as a part of the black community. It come like we always have, and we show off on each other. Like, why do I need to show off on you? And that's how I've lived my life. I don't compare, not compare to you, because your life story and mine is different. And at the end of the day, when I go to bed, I want my sleep to be sweet. I don't want to be worried about, oh, this is somebody that look for me, that the one that look for me. What kind of story me I go tell Casey today? What me I go tell Joy tomorrow? When Complex asks me about it Thursday, what me I go tell Complex? Because I'm running from all of these people. But nobody talks about that reality. And that is why I tell you, for me, it's the point where I just got sick and tired of saying, hey, every month so, we just have to wait, like especially last week before we're getting paid. You just wait, wait. And you say, oh my, it's like payday can't reach. I'm over that. So I'm making the sacrifice now. Not that it's perfect now, but I'm making the sacrifice because that is the goal I want. I'm also disappointed with the churches. They need to teach more. Yes, more financial literacy instead of just taking and threatening that if we don't give, God will punish us. I agree. And that is why I love Dave Ramsey. Because the way, when I sat and I watched, even before his book and stuff, when I watched how he delivered his message, he said the Bible tell you, if you find yourself in he said the borrower is a slave to the lender. It's in the Bible, but sometimes we not look. It also tells you that if you find yourself in debt, you get out like a gazelle trying to get away from the fowler. Like it's basically an animal running. Like when you watch Discovery Channel and you see like a lion or a tiger running down those people, that's how you were saying, hey, get out of debt, because it changes your dynamic. But I think a lot of church people, they don't want to. I said it's the case here, and I've said it to my friends before. There was a time in the Bible where when I think it was Mary, the one that was considered the prostitute, when the alabaster box, and she broke it and she washed Jesus' feet and all of those things, and Judas was saying, oh, we could have taken that money and give to the poor. Jesus said, the poor you will have with you always. That in and of itself teach me, say, them in terms of Jesus and the disciples knew how to manage their resources. You know what I say? The poor you will have with you always. Say, we are poor and we. He said, the poor you will have with you always. So those things, I think we need to get into that mindset where we understand that. And the Bible again tell you, I desire for you to prosper as your soul prospers. But somehow it's like we're free if we prosper, we can't prosper. I sin, no. But let it not be that is your only thing, like that is your where your heart is. You understand? In the States, around one block, you have 12 churches, and the pastors are so wealthy at the people. Yeah, because the people are not learning anything about wealth. Some of them don't want to learn too. Some of them don't want to learn because they're of the view that, okay, I'm going to give this offering, and then, mind you, I believe strongly in sowing a seed. I believe that in a financial seed, but at the same time, faith without works is dead. We just believe that too. So two things can be true at the same time. It's nice to get money, but the journey to repayment can be overwhelming. So many things always. Trust me, hey, when you owe money, it's like everything will go wrong one time. When you just get the loan, it's nice, and you say, oh, yes, everything is nice, everything is nice. But you see, afterwards, when you have to do the repayment, Some of the month they may get fed up because I said, Jesus, then make some parts need to buy, then make some other things happen. Man, it's like it's overwhelming. You see, I feel like the tweet. It's possible, it's possible. It's possible, but for me, I trust it as the word of God. And the beautiful thing about it is I believe that the Holy Spirit just reveals some things to you that you've been reading it for 10 years and you never see it. Just one little thing. And all of a sudden it just pops out at you, you know? So, yeah. I spoke with some Bible scholars and they're convinced that some of the scripture was tampered. But even now, in today's day, like you have, there was a scripture, I think it's in Matthew 38. Let me see if I can find it. Where Jesus was telling his disciples, there was this child who had like a demon possession, and they couldn't cast out the demon, and they asked Jesus, why couldn't we? And he said, some of these things only come out through prayer and fasting. That is missing from some of our online Bible. Like if you read the online version, it's gone. But that is a powerful part. It's a very powerful part. You know what I mean? I believe so too, Joy. God doesn't contradict himself. Does not. And God works in ways that we can't understand. I tell people all the time, when you observe relationships with parents and children, or just intimate relationships, it helps you to understand how God loves us and cares for us. Because a parent, you can give them talking from now till a morning, and they'll get upset and they'll scold you and everything. But the moment that they see that you're hurt, it's like their heart starts to, and they don't want you to, even if they know that you're going down the wrong road. Some parents, they'll only get to the point where they give up and say, God, I can't do anything else. And even in those moments, they will be watching and say, boy, I hope I make the right decision, or I hope she make the right decision, because that's the love that they have for you. Some parents give up them life for them kids, you know. So those are the things, like when I watch those things, it just helps me to realize that, man, if parents can love you so, I'm sure my parents love me. Every time I go visit, I get little things for care home and food and this and that. And if they are parents, earthly parents, and they can love you so much, how much more God? Also, when you're in a relationship, like an intimate relationship, and you love somebody, oh gosh, man, you keep forgiving, you're looking out for them, you want the best things for them. If they say they like chocolate, every minute you buy chocolate. If they say they like plums, as you see plum, you think about them. Think about how God considers us. You know what I mean? Think about how much He considers us. Those are the things that comfort me when I think about those things. Let me see. I think I'm missing some comments. No, complex. Me don't want a cat. I don't have any pets, and I'm fine with that. I used to have dogs, like secondarily, if you call that. I wasn't the primary owner, but eventually I became. There was a time when people did not have the Bible yet. They lived in love and they were healthy and lived long. True. Too many versions of the Bible, and so it is adding words and changing. Yeah, because remember the Hebrew and the Greek and stuff, so they have to change it for you to understand. Even for the King James, or some of it, it says, "Thou shalt weep, he weepeth," or whatever. You know that you, though is you, weepeth is weep or weeps. You know those things. But some people don't catch it, so they have to explain it. But it is good to give up sometimes. Let me see what complex I say. I'm not sure exactly, Casey. This is to create more confusion. I like the old King James version. Me too. But in order for me to, sometimes I'll see something in there and I don't understand it, I'll go to another version. So now I have the NIV and the King James version using. I don't like dogs. They're gross. Dogs are very smart. I find that they're so smart that they understand, you know, they understand your emotions and stuff. I remember one time I was so sad when I had little puppies, and I was crying for something. And the little puppy just come right there, so like it want to hug me up. And I'm like, oh, that's so sweet. Because I was really not feeling my best self. I looking for water, okay. I can't tell you about cat, Casey. I have to tell you about cat myself. Casey, the cat lady. She and Zion over there. Zion popular. And some clean dogs. Yeah, man. They're not too hard to maintain, that kind of vibe. But I can't really do that, you know. To be honest with you, because I move around a lot, I don't want to be bogged down with the thought of, oh, where am I going to leave this pet? Who's going to take care of the pet when I'm gone? If them are go hungry, all of those things. It's something that going to stress me out. So instead of that, and it's going to be more expenses that I am running from right now. I'm in the place where I can take on additional expenses. So if you go give them shot, buy them dog food, all of those things, it costs money. I'm not about that life right now. You have to know where you are and fit in. Zion is up for adoption all of a sudden. No complex. I spoke about this yesterday. I got this as a gift in the latter part of last year when I took myself to say me go in a pixie. I'm gonna celebrate Christmas, but I did it for the people who celebrated it. But I said I wanted a flashlight because I was on the no buy here, so I wanted to. I only asked for gifts that I wanted, and I didn't want to buy for myself. So I said flashlight, but they knew me so well. They were like, "Hey, that's not gonna happen." So when I got this, I was pleasantly surprised. Let's put it that way. But not a Stanley Cup. I'm complex. You don't believe that I'm not one of those girls. I don't. Unless I feel like doing it, a trend is not gonna influence me to do it. Trend is not gonna influence me to do it. Okay, you see me know, so Zion get bigger now. You forget to come the other day. I'm go on like I say my lion. And then I say, wait, how was Zion? You want to see him? And I'm like, but hold on, one sec. Sorry about that. Oh, but I'm almost done, you know. I have like 2 minutes left to go. Folks, it look like I mess up the screen. Uh-oh. But I am happy that you were able to hang with me for a little while. Um, I am able to hold on. Let me tell these folks. All right, so in the last few seconds that we have here, I think I saw a comment coming up. My daughter was crazy to get one. I said, no way. Hey, it's a lot of responsibility that I can't manage right now. Me I try to take care of myself and provide for myself. Look here. I thank God that He's a provider, but I can't take on an additional responsibility. Not at this moment. I'm not able to do that. And I know that I can't, so I'm not gonna bother. Let me see. Flashlight is a necessity. Yes, that's something I have to buy now. So they were like, sure, we're not buying the flashlight. You can buy it for yourself. Because we know you can. I know I'm on my thing that I can buy it, so that will be fine. Um, my sister has 2 of those. Am I at 10 likes it? Come on, folks, if you're in here and you've not liked the live, come on, like the live. I only have a few seconds left. My sister has 2 of those. She keeps like a trophy. They value more than medals. Or the Stanley Cups? No, sir. But to each his own, you know what I mean? I'm not about the Stanley Cups. Guys, come on in. If you have not already done so, feel free to hit that like button. We're trying to get to 10 likes. I'm at 9. Gonna tell me when we reach at 10 because you all will see it before me. So the goal now is to get one more like and then I'm out of here. Right? It's 1 hour. I want to get one more like and I'm out of here. But I want to thank you all for just being with me this evening. Thank you for just journeying with me on this journey where I try to be more present. I try to be as involved as I can be. I try to share with you as much as I can. I don't see that one like coming in. Listen, so as you buy, try to forget it. Waste some money. Yeah, man, I'm not about that life. So yeah, you have 900 likes now. Congratulations. That would be so nice. Can you imagine? But yeah, we're speaking it into being. All right, folks. I'm just gonna call it a night. Even without the one like, I think we can still, you know. I appreciate you all for hanging with me on this my second live. What do you mean, Casey? You was Stanley Cup before? You know, let me tell you, you've heard about it, but you probably don't know that those are the cups. So you know the ones with it's like the big, what is a big cup with the thing on the top. It's like they have the straw and some of them like decorate the cups and stuff. They hold it like this. Let me see if I can find it, show you. I don't believe you, Casey. Nice having you in there. I hope so, Complex. I really hope so. Let me see if we can find a Stanley Cup for you, Casey. Because I don't know which part of the world you're there. But you never know, boss. Let's see. But the one last night was portrait, and it was 600 and something. That's the first time, as I said, I was getting that. So I don't know. Maybe it's the Indians came in and kind of bumped it up a bit. Plus, it was quite active, you know. We were talking a lot and stuff. Come now, something, hurry up. See them at KC? I wonder if you can see it. I guess they keep things cool and thing. They keep the things cool and you buy the. Can you see it? For me, I go show you. Oh my gosh. Anyway, see them there. I don't know if I can show you, but yeah. And people will buy the straws for them and all of those things. But that's about what a Stanley Cup is. But me not buy it for just fashion. If me have a water bottle, I'm fine. I'm not getting myself into debt or doing the most for fitting with the crowd. So yeah, that's not what we're about here. But I think that should be it. Trying to get back on this thing to see the chats. Come no something, man. Alright, let me see. Oh yes. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Casey, so you know them. Okay, good. Yeah, man, they've been trending for a while. People love them. Casey, have one complex. Now, I go tell you, say, they knock off, you know, Mrs. Because even with those, like, they will tell you, oh, this is the real one and this is the knockoff. Like, I don't, it's neither here nor there for me, but yeah. Anywho, folks, I think I'm going to wrap it up. The first time I heard of it, I thought, when I mix corn dough in it, I would make, that's the first time I heard of it. When I mix the corn dough in it, it will make porridge for me. Waste of money. Trust me. But everybody has their thing. So some will tell you that it's the best thing there because it's going to keep their thing cool. It's going to keep it cooler. It's going to maintain the hot stuff and whatever. So yeah. Yeah, man, Joy, thank you for hanging with me. Thank you for coming by. I appreciate it. Thank you, Complex, for being here and chit-chatting. Casey, same way, Luciana. I think Shamar, you are the main people that came through in the live. I appreciate it. I don't take it for granted. Thank you all very much for stopping by. Thanks for watching. Do not forget to subscribe, and I will see you in my next parish.